go.
So Golden State will get the first possession. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dyson Daniels.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Johnson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
And it's the Warriors' ball. Outside Butler. Rebound by the Hawks. And it's been pretty smooth sailing for them in the playoffs so far. They've only dropped 2 games.
And they're a team that doesn't get rattled, even with all the pressure that comes with postseason basketball. It's a testament to the leadership in that locker room. Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Always good to see the ball go through the net early. You know there's not a lid on that thing.
Now here's Butler. And stolen by Okongwu. Lets the 3 fly. Podziemski grabs the board. Curry against Daniels. Outside Curry. 3-pointer. Butler hits the 3-point line.
And Butler makes just enough from out there that you have to respect him.
Pass to Alexander-Walker. Daniels. And there's Daniels putting it right back in.
And that's what he's known for. Great activity on the glass. He will outwork you.
Daniels against Curry. Excellent defense from Daniels.
Still trying to find their rhythm offensively. Just 1 for 4 so far.
The 3. They get it again. Over to the wing. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Now here's Curry. The shot, no good.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
Here's Alexander-Walker. It's good from long range. Alexander-Walker's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Well, you knew that was coming. Curry with the answer.
The Hawks leading by 3. First quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Daniels, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Here's Curry, following the bucket by the Hawks. Pass to Podziemski. Screen by Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Driving inside. Jams it in off the great move.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half-second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And a look at the toughness of Draymond. He took the hit, and he got it to go.
Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Atlanta. Kisper comes in for Alexander-Walker. Now here's Johnson. Still yet to score. Put it down hard!
Watch out below. Woo!
And he dunks it down.
And Johnson giving these fans a show.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Curry with him. He's covered by Daniels. Curry kicks to Porzingis. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Over Johnson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Daniels will screen on Green. There's Kuminga. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Kuminga doesn't mind getting hit on the way up. He actually embraces every chance he gets to go to the line.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Now here's Curry. And stolen by Daniels. All alone. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And usually Daniels is the one starting the break with a steal. But he can do the heavy lifting on the other side of the play, too.
Green against Kuminga. Green passes to Moody. To Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. All 3 off the mark. The Hawks leading by 9. 1:07 left to play here in the first. Kuminga, screen on Green. Here's Daniels, and he bangs it home with one hand.
I think Daniels' overall size had something to do with that. It helped him protect the basketball and get the end one.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
Atlanta's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Nailed from three-point land.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Good on the shot.
And the closer Simmons gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. I love watching him in attack mode.
And here's Daniels. 9 points in the game so far. Johnson surveying the floor. Driving the lane, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way.
And so it's Atlanta riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we return again with more playoff action from the Western Conference semifinals. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
I love how they're playing. When you combine great effort and great execution, it leads to great results.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Rizachet, Kuminga out there with Jackson Hayes. Then it's Hield, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. Simmons' shot is good. Simmons got his second basket of the game.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Dinwiddie kicks to Hield. And then Hield with the dunk.
Explosive play by Hield, taking off and slamming that one down before the D could react.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Hayes with the screen for Hield. Inside, and Hayes throws it down.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
I love their approach tonight. They are hitting at a really high percentage.
And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Jefferson's checked in, and so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Curry kicks to Butler. Rebound by the Hawks. He takes it in, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And you can tell Ricochet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Well, their pass to Curry. Outside Butler. High post shot. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start. And so here's Atlanta. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Ben Simmons.
And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Outside Butler. Oh, the lob for Simmons. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Jalen Johnson comes in for Newell. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Zachary Ricochet. Curry's shot is good.
And their shots are falling. Now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Now Daniels. 9 points in the game so far. Alexander Walker with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Baseline J on the way. Pajemski with it. And Daniels picks him up defensively. Simmons finds Curry. Now Pajemski. Pass to Butler. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Misses from close range. Alexander Walker connects from three-point range. Alexander Walker's got 8 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
To the paint. And Simmons slams it in.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
To the middle. Here's Alexander Walker.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see you. That's your point guard getting up.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Porzingis is checked in for Ben Simmons. Their pass to Curry. From 12 feet out. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
Dinwiddie is screen on Butler. Down low. And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Ricochet.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Outside Butler. There's Green with the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got his second basket.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Here's Ricochet. Scoreless thus far.
And it was a good positional size. Dinwiddie can make plays above the rim.
Warriors trail by 21. Now here's Curry. He has 6. Pass to Pajemski. Now here's Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's It's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
To the inside. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 8 points.
Yeah, when Green is looking to score, this is exactly the area he's most comfortable, right at the rim.
Healed outside. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dinwiddie. 5 points in the game.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Majemski on the wing. They get it back. Launches it. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Drawing those defenders to the lane creates space on the perimeter. Beautiful look.
Dinwiddie outside. Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Hield. A 3-ball. Second chance effort. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks out in front by 17 points. All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
They've looked weak defensively. If you got any pride, they need to show it soon.
Yeah, they're serving up a buffet and
looking at the series. Thank you for being with us.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Hawks. The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. And it's Porzingis in at the center. That's the Warriors' foul. Here's Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Stephen Curry.
And what Jalen Johnson brings to the floor is energy and unselfishness. He works hard out there every single night, and he's all about team.
Left side, Porzingis. Outside, Green. Pass to Podziemski. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Johnson kicks to Daniels. Now Okongwu. Hawks passing it around. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, that was a very well-designed set, and it resulted in a dime from Jalen Johnson.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Outside Butler. Pass to Curry. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got 10 points.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Outside Daniel. Here's the screen. Here's Alexander Walker. Sinks the three-pointer. 13 points in the game.
I really like Daniel's decision-making. He is so good at reading pick and rolls and knowing when to take it himself and when to dish it.
And the basket by Curry.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Curry dishes to Green. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Back to Green. Sinks that one from the post.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Pass to Alexander Walker. to the left side wing. Three-pointer, another three for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Daniels with the steal. A fader. The putback. Here's Okongwu.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for the Hawks. Kisper comes in for Alexander Walker. Pass to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Outside Daniel. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Up again. Golden State's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Back to Green. Butler against Johnson. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Butler's got 7.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
And here's Daniels. He's got 9. Pass to Kispert.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Kuminga. Johnson wide open. He fires. And the 3 off target. Podziemski with it. Guarded now by Kispert. Outside Porzingis. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And something else I've liked has been their ball movement. Always finding the open guy with a better look. That is team basketball.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. .119 left to play in the third. Screen by Porzingis. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Porzingis. Pass to Rizichet. There's a screen. Puts up a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Rizichet's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Curry way outside, and Simmons kicks to Richard. It's tipped out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. Atlanta leading by 23. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Fader on the way. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Looking to end the run. Curry can't get it to go. He got it up. That shot off. And so it's Atlanta holding a very comfortable 25-point lead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Jackson Hayes is out there with Newell. And then there's Zachary Rizachet. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Here's Curry. No good. Shot missing. Dinwiddie with some nice D.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
I think everybody in here is in shock. In many ways, their team just hasn't shown up.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Perfect bounce pass leading to the basket. That's just great teamwork.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Healed from outside. It's rebounded by Golden State. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Richard. It's deflected.
Yeah, he was eager that time, waiting on that opportunity. You'll love to see more of that from Kuminga going forward.
Green, he's checked in for Golden State. "11 feet away. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Hield. And he knocks down the first one.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Three-pointer, Hield. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. It's Curry outside. The rebound by Hield.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Down low. Curry with the steal. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Don't sleep on Simmons' athleticism. He still has the ability to hammer down those alley-oops.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Hawks. Hield, the pass to Hayes. Back to Hield. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Dinwiddie wide open. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Shoots from the right block. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
That is a missed opportunity. He'd love to have that one back.
Three-pointer, Hield. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pass to Moody. To end the run. A rebound by Hield. Hield's got 4 rebounds in this game. Out left to the wing. Rizachet finds Dinwiddie. And he drives in. Hield right side. Fires the 3. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Just great size for his position. This is a big guard who can score through contact. Dinwiddie now will try to tack one more on.
Warriors have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. And Butler gets it to go.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Atlanta calls timeout. And let's take a look at our player of the game.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Falling into a two-game hole would have been a disaster, and he knew it. He's done everything in his power to get momentum back on their side in this series. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Stephen Curry. No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Now Curry. Outside, Green. Pass to Butler. Outside, Curry. Clock at 6. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Hawks ball.
The Hawks have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Pass to Kispert. Here's Banton. Shoots over Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Newell. Here's Banton. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Atlanta's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. For 3, Kispert sinks the triple.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in game 2 for the Hawks.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W. And, well, when you let the shot clock run down that far, that's the kind of shot you're going to end up with.
And when Jimmy Butler is this confident, he is a nightmare to contain. Butler just takes over games with his scoring.
Here's Banton, guarded by Green. Here's Newell, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
Floats one up, and it's blocked. Here's Banton, guarded by Curry. For 3, Kispert. The Warriors pull it in. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Butler, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Banton. Misses from short range. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A big playoff win for them. But what isn't a great big in the postseason, huh?
Who's calling it? Is it Stacy? Is it Becky? Is it Keisha? Is it